what is a CTR for a Google ad that would get your attention in a good way?
101% would be a great click-through rate. Which I don't think is possible. All right, so let's back up. I'm going to talk a little bit about the search result page. On a search result page, there have been 40 different kinds of things that can appear. You can have carousels. You can have Google local services. You can have the local pack. You can have images. You can have news. You can have videos. You can have featured snippets. You can certainly have pay-per-click. And all of those things can appear above the organic. So click-through rate could occur anywhere. When I'm thinking of click-through rate as an SEO, I'm thinking organic. What is actually happening? And what does it really mean to get a click? Now, this is not something you would normally think about, but I'll describe it. I might have had a very nice click-through rate. Let's say 10%, 20%, 30%. That's usually a very nice click-through rate on anything. But if that's my click-through rate in position 1, my click-through rate in position 2 is likely to be about a third of that. And it diminishes. We have the slide in our training that shows that. So you're at 38% for position 1, and you're in 8%, 7% for position 4. And that's position 4, right? And it varies on a mobile device because that gets in there too. So when we're trying to figure out what is working, what's not working, what is a good click-through rate, it varies by device. It varies by keyword. It varies a lot by the competition. And it varies by how many pixels worth of stuff Google has inserted above you. Now, many times we find that your click-through rate for the very same page or even the very same ad can vary based upon what Google is putting on the page. And many times the page is inconsistent. For instance, if Google puts up the local pack and very few people click on any of it, they're going to stop showing it, which means, hundreds, maybe 1,000 pixels above you just disappeared. Organic is a lot more prominent, and therefore your click-through rate may go up because Google chose to turn off the local pack, or Google chose to turn off the featured snippet. By the way, that works the same way. If nobody pays attention to it, Google turns it off. So there's a dynamic capability on the page. The number of pixels above you influence your click-through rate, and that changes as hours go. You may find that a good click-through rate is really high. Now, let me back up. We experiment in a lot of different things. So let's suppose we buy ads. We buy ads on search engine land. Makes total sense. We're an agency, we sell. The click-through rate on search engine land is a fraction of a percent. I run a webinar, it's 10% or 15%. So what is it you're selling? That'll influence your click-through rate. You cannot say it's one size fits all. You cannot say it's consistent throughout the day. You can't say anything other than yesterday, on average, it was this. Today, on average, it's higher. Thank you very much. What's a good click-through rate? As high as you can get it. I'd say anything in the teens or higher is a pretty good click-through rate.
If you want to ask Bruce Clay your SEO question, head on over to seotraining.com/pages/webinar and register to join our next live webinar with the Father of SEO himself. It's completely free and allows you to get the SEO insights you need for your website. So sign up today so you don't miss out.